Hello. Is that what I sound like today? Hello. Evening, Norfolk Bell. We're good, thank you. How are you? It's been a busy day. And also hi to anyone who's watching back. Thank you for joining. What row am I on? Not a clue. Just picked up a project and couldn't remember where I was. Oh, it's been such a weird weather day today. It's been lovely. Good, thanks. Nice and chilled as Sundays should be. Yeah, I don't know what chilled Sundays are anymore. I always intend on it being chilled, especially with busy week at work coming up, but I'm out all day. Hey ho, it's the way it is. I'm pulling from the outside of this cake and it's just rolling everywhere. Mistake. What project are you working on at the moment? How's the crochet kits? As I realize you can see now, there's more in the background. I'm nearly done with the initial stock setup. I've got about 20 kits and 25 refill kits to do. So we're getting there, but I'm doing it alongside a lot of other things that have come up this week. So it's a tough time at the moment from well, tough is the wrong word, challenging time at the moment from a time management perspective. Hello, Punky Fish, how are you? A granny square tote bag. I made one of those once. I think we still have it. It never sold. It was a holiday project that I had with some yarn I just wanted to buy and use. So it was great. And I really liked it. I don't actually know if it sold or not. Don't know if my other half is in the chat, but she might know because I think it went to the little shop that we put things in. Not actually sure if it's still there or if it's sold or what's happened to it. So we'll see. Good evening. You're learning how to knit. Oh, braver than me. Braver than me. I tried. I can knit, I think. I just haven't in a long time. I learned how to knit as a kid and then I tried again as an adult and it hasn't gone well. Knitting's not my thing. But to be fair, I never really tried hard enough. So I could probably do it if I tried. Do I want to try? No, I don't know. It's so hard. Crochet is definitely easier. I am with you on that. Yeah. And also doing plushies and amigurumi has to be tight, works with my tight tension, knitting and tight tension. Just, I actually got to a stage where my stitches were so tight, I couldn't reinsert the needle into the hole. Yeah, that was when I lost my rag and stopped. What am I making? I am making turtles. I have one here, these little guys. I'm trying to do an array of colors. I've got this that I'm working through. I think this is Morning Dove in Burlap Blanket. And I'm pairing it with a grey for flippers and body. But I'm also going to do one in the pink. These have sold really well. And I was informed earlier this week we did not have many turtles. And with our first event coming up, I felt like I should. And then I've been trying and my hands are dying. So I do a few and then I stop. And then I do a few more and then I stop. And I'm going to do a few with you tonight, hopefully, if I can concentrate, but keep losing count. I'm currently finishing a cardigan you're making from a vintage pattern. I'd love to see that pattern. Ooh, can you link it? The vintage style stuff brought back. I love, absolutely love it. Yeah, all from Jade. PR Crochet by Jenna pattern. Oh, this pattern I think it's a combination. I tried out a lot of turtle patterns in the early days. And I've definitely got Crochet by Jenna's jumbo turtle pattern. I tried out, I think this was actually a free one from someone that I've edited. Yeah, so I've edited it because I find when you start with 6 in the middle, they dome too much. So I like an 8 to start, so it's flat, but then I miss a row and do some extra. Yeah, I've just edited it to what I do, and now I think it's just completely made up by me, to be honest. Been doing it for how many years have I been doing this one? 3, 4, maybe, but I think it definitely started out as a free pattern. What kind of doctor am I? I am a crazy one. No, I am an emergency medical doctor. So I work in A&E or ER for Americans. It's a whole separate specialty in itself, just the same as GP or a respiratory doctor or a heart surgeon. Emergency medicine is its own thing, and that's my specialty because I have a 6-second attention span and can't manage any longer than that. Yeah. Oh, I see. I got the all. It's in a book you have. You'll see if you can find a link. If not, send me a pic through Instagram. Brilliant. Thank you. Hi, Blossom. With total respect to me, you do a great job. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But I got a lot of stuff happening at work at the moment because it is coming up to my final sign-off and finishing my training program and becoming a consultant. That happens hopefully in the next 1 to 2 months. So that's a big step for me, but my sign-off should be next month, and then becoming a consultant should be in July, 2 days after my birthday, actually. So will hopefully be a happy birthday to me. New job, new place, new start. It's all very exciting. Used to volunteer in A&E. You volunteered? What did you do? Was it... We don't have many volunteers in ours, I don't think. We do. We have housekeepers, but they're employed. I know they have volunteers on the wards. I don't think we have any volunteers. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I don't think we do. I've never seen one. Yeah, you're a type 1 diabetic, so you visit A&E often. Yeah, diabetes is a tough one, especially if you have it from an early age and have to battle it all these years. But, the treatments are getting better and better, and with management and all the newfangled tricks and gadgets, it's getting easier to manage medical... Ooh, and that's the problem with pulling from the outside. Oh, it's getting easier to manage these conditions now, which is great. So hopefully less trips to A&E. But yeah, that's my job. I'm actually doing some nights this week, so yay. It's my last ever stint of 4. Yeah. Oh, what's going on there? Okay. You're 40 years into it. It has changed. It's changed a lot. I think the diabetic pumps particularly are very helpful for the younger generation and sort of managing that transition from childhood into adulthood. It's also easier for parents to control when they've got access to a pump via an app, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, what's everybody working on? So we've got a vintage pattern, basically standing around and helping where needed, taking patients to various different areas of the department if the patients are well enough. You know what? We could use you in our department. The nurses are run off their feet and it's like, right, need to clear that bed. Let's get that patient moved on. And to be honest, a lot of it is corridor medicine now. Unfortunately, just with the sheer lack of space. Your pump is called Creighton after the Red Dwarf character. I like that you've given him a name. That's excellent. No, I'm very lucky. I had diabetes in pregnancy, but so twice, but not other than that. But yeah, hopefully never again. Never again. So does anyone else make turtles? My little guys? You loved it. Took some pressure off the wait times for porters to transfer. It did. I mean, the porters don't tend to move patients from my department. Unfortunately, they do some of the moving around, but it's the nurses that do the majority of it, alongside all of their other duties. That's tough on them. Good evening. Love trying to crochet, but you love knitting. You know, I'm a firm believer that you sort of sway one way or another. You're primarily a knitter or primarily a crocheter, and those that can do both are like, yeah. You're knitting a rainbow jumper. Just need to get sleeves to match sleeves. Matching sides. Nah. I've started I've started about 6 or 7 hexagon cardigans that are waiting to be finished in my house. Some of them are symmetrical and some of them are deliberately not symmetrical. So we'll see. You're one of those odd ones, doctors, like you're at a loss with, you have non-diabetic reactive hypoglycemia. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. You've made a zoo of animals. Love that. I love that. I think there's so many aquatic animals in our inventory that we could basically, you know, stock an under the sea theme store, basically. Although this week I was hoping to do a table setup, but I am working pretty much every day. So we'll have to probably be next week. And I'm hoping to do like a vlog of market prep kind of stuff. And so hopefully you'll see the table mock setup, which never goes well because we never have enough room in the house. We're usually working around other things. You started knitting as a child, but never been that good. You're better at crochet, but terrible at army. I am working on wearables. This is what I started with. Amigurumi was I didn't even know the word amigurumi when I started. Just made, the first thing I made was either a dinosaur or a bee. Can't remember. They were pretty close together. First thing I ever sold was a bee. I think the first thing I ever made was a dinosaur and then a bee. It was a chunky dino pattern and it was terrible. I think I've got a picture of it somewhere, but it was made with the wrong type of yarn, the wrong size hook. It had holes in it. And yeah, it never got finished. I don't even think I did a couple of the legs. So yeah, I'm getting better at finishing things. But that's usually when it comes to market crunch time. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Right. Well, how has everybody else's week's been? The weather's a bit of a funny one at the moment. We've had rain and now we've got lovely sunshine. Getting confusing weather. Have I had a chance to spin the project? No, no, I haven't. What did I post this week for my video? How many skis? Yeah, so I haven't really had a chance to do much filming because of this sign off. There's a list of things I need to complete. So I'm basically in work pretty much every day to get certain things signed off, assessments, various conditions I need to tick off the list. And I've basically been in work pretty much every day and will be again this week and maybe next week. So I am trying desperately to get some interesting content. But I've been trying to fit it in around other things. So doing things I like and find interesting is taking a backseat over things I need. The wife made me a list of things she wanted me to make. It's quite extensive. And turtles was on the list, just turtles. So doing some turtles. and trying to film part of it for a video as well. So hopefully have some interesting content this week. We'll see. We'll see. My first amigurumi was an octopus, which represents your diabetes. You're not that late. It's fine. We've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Will I be changing hospitals when I qualify? Yes, I will. So I graduated in 2012, and I've been in training since then. And I took a bit of a windy path to get to where I am, but I've got lots of experience in other things, which helps. And yeah, so I am changing hospitals to a hospital I've never worked in before, and just going to walk in as a day one consultant and hope for the best. Go from there. But yeah, I'm quite excited. I've not had this kind of change for quite a while. So it's quite terrifying. Not gonna lie. Been worked to the GRH NHS Trust. GRH? Where is that? Knitting headbands. Hello from Iceland. I've never been. I need to go. I've heard it's expensive. That's my summary on Iceland. The thing is, I want to go either when the kids are a bit older and they can come with, or when I can give the kids to someone else and we can go and have fun. So I think taking the little ones to Iceland is probably not the best idea. There we go. What do you think? I love these. They're so sturdy. Now, I've not made one with grey before, so this is a bit of an experiment. But I made one earlier with some grey fins at the bottom, and I really liked it. So we're going to give it a try. Is my wife a doctor too? Nope, absolutely not. Nope. I would never marry a medic. Bad idea. We're not the easiest of people. Oh, I can speak for myself. But no, I wanted to marry outside of the medical profession. Yeah, that's the only way I was going to survive. And she actually runs the business. She runs our business, which is called Brick and Stitch. She's Brick, I'm Stitch. And it started out, as a lot of you know, we made jewelry from Lego and board game pieces. We're big into board games. It just sort of spur of the moment happened. The Lego got added on after a little bit. And then about a year later was when I learned to crochet. Well, I'd learned to crochet in that year, and then we added the crochet on a year later. So it then became a bit of a mishmash of a store. So we've got jewelry, and not just any jewelry, weird jewelry on one side and plushies on the other. And somehow it works. We're not really sure how, but it does. But you'll find as people come in to the booth, they will go one way or the other. Very rarely do I sell something from each side of the business to the same person. Very, very rarely. It's really interesting. So yeah. But it means we target more people, but all of the same sort of demographic, because they're all a bit weird, which is great. I love weird. Where's my head? Oh, have I not made a head? No head. Need to make a head. Yes, it's expensive. Yeah. Iceland is expensive. Everything's expensive at the moment. My garden is being done, and that is the reason we are not buying anything this year, including a holiday, because that is blooming expensive. You're crocheting a little jumper for 9 to 12 months. You've been knitting for 48 years, but only crocheting for a year. Will I be the crochet consultant? I like the alliteration. I do like the alliteration. Probably not. I'm going to stick with the crochet doctor, because the logo and not the title, but the way the title was done is designed by a very special person to me, and who is sadly, I want to keep my logo and my name. 7. So yeah, Gloucestershire Royal Hospital ortho. Are you doctor, nurse, HCA? What's the deal? Your stepdaughter qualifies as a vet in July. 6 years of hard work. She's moving to Birmingham to take up a new position. You know, I almost went into veterinary medicine. Almost. It's harder to get into than regular medicine. So it's easier to treat people than it is to treat animals. But then I became allergic to basically all of the animals, and thought it was probably a bad idea to work with them. Am I glad about that now? I don't know. Honestly, it is easier dealing with just one species. I've done too many stitches. Pay attention, Amy. Yeah. What am I working on? I am working on turtles. These guys. Should probably like put one in the background. Right there. Yeah, just sunning himself. You love my logo. Thank you. It's a pretty special one to me. The actual business has been rebranded this year, redesigned logo. The name has been revamped. Everything's been changed, and we've literally just bought a whole load of new stuff to relabel everything. All of the plushies are getting new labels if they're left over from last season. So yeah, there's a lot of work happening in the background. And theoretically, the wife is downstairs labeling things. And she should be in the chat, because I said, use me as motivation. Whether she's doing that or not, I don't know. She watches a load of trash, so she's probably watching trash. It's nice to keep something if it's special to me. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change it. I don't think I'll ever revamp it, to be honest. It's, yeah, I like it. And I found a t-shirt with the same sort of design on it, and I've ordered it. So I'm looking forward to receiving it. You never know. Next live, I might be able to wear it. Cute turtle. Can the other half crochet too? No. She kind of joked that she would give my crochet kits a go. She still hasn't done that. I wanted her to do it to prove that an absolute beginner could do it, especially an absolute cack-handed beginner. The problem is she has lupus, so her hands don't always work in the same way that everybody else's do, and sometimes something like this would be too hard on her hands. Yeah. Nursing auxiliary. Love my sense of humor. Sense of humor for me would be considered dry sarcasm, and a bit of weirdness and stupidity amongst it. Plus, I get told that's quite hard to tell when I'm joking, apparently. I'm usually joking most of the time, but that's not easy to read, apparently. You know, neurospice and all that. That would make a good video. Hang on, I've lost track of the chat. What would make a good video? Okay. It's N. Brad. I don't know. I've forgotten what I was talking about. Hello, you're making turtles for your market? Sea and land turtles. I'm making a sunflower one. Sunflower turtle. I have I made Crochet by Jenna's large turtle. I changed it slightly, but then I've added the sunflower stuff around it. So we have him. Where did I get to? I have him. Will your kits come with a video tutorial? Yes, they do. The chick one is up right now. The kits come with written instructions as well, and all of the stuff you'll need. Somehow I've gone wrong. It's gonna be fun. Yes, they come. There will be a video tutorial on the channel, and then the actual kit comes with all of the yarn, the written instructions, and everything you need to make it. And the refill The refill packs come with everything apart from the like initial setup stuff. So the crochet hook, the scissors, the needle, the stitch markers, that kind of thing. So it depends on what you're into. Most of the people on this channel probably already crochet, probably already have yarn and stuff. But the idea is, if you want to make something that's got, say, 4 colors in it, you don't need to buy 4 balls of wool to then make that one thing, if you didn't want to make it over and over again. So I have a lot of friends that buy a lot of crochet kits because they don't want this problem up here. So that was kind of the idea behind it. And I felt that plush yarn, I have found some kits, some velvet yarn kits, and there are a couple of plush yarn kits, but there's not many. So that's why I've made them. They're very basic. They're starter packs. They're as professional as I can make them at home. And if they take off, then we will make them even more professional because the printing will be done and outsourced and things like that. But we'll see. Wife try and kit the video. Yes, I think it would. We'll see what she says. I've never done a crochet kit that's been purchased. So I've actually bought a couple that I saw in a shop the other day. I bought 4. I think I'm going to try one and see what it's like. But I don't know what size hook it is. And it also comes with a metal hook. Oh, I never got on well with those. These are my clover hooks. I love my clover hooks. I didn't understand the whole hype about them until I bought one, and now I will never go back. The crochet kits I make are not coming with clover hooks because that would just, price would be ridiculous. They come with an ergonomic hook, so they should have a softer handle and be easier to hold rather than the metal ones. Because I find the metal ones just aren't as nice. So I didn't want to do that. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. I take it you're in America. I know it's Mother's Day today in America. Happy Mother's Day to all the American mums. And you know what? An extra Mother's Day to everybody else as well. Our Mother's Day is celebrated in March. And so we've kind of already done it. And both of us kind of forgot to celebrate it, if that makes sense. We've decided next year one of us is going to take Father's Day and one of us is going to take Mother's Day, because when you're celebrating both of you on the same day, you just don't have that much effort in it. It's weird. So we're going to split it next year is the decision. Until the kids get older and can do it themselves, we're going to split it. You two must be NHS humour. I think it is. I think you have to be a bit weird to work in the NHS. Sorry if you work in the NHS and aren't weird, but then by definition you'd be the odd one out. You come from a family of 3 generations of nurses. Never fancied it. I am doing everything I can to dissuade my children from going into the medical profession. You know, I keep saying, do something that AI can't do. So there are certain aspects of medicine that AI can't do, but AI is coming into it in loads of ways. Do something that requires a skill, a trade. Like, I'd love it if I had children that became, you know, a carpenter, a bricklayer, and a plumber. Wouldn't that be great? You can make so much money in those professions, and they could fix my house. Handy. Very handy. I changed your nappies. Please fix my tap. Will I film at the market? Yes, I will. I'm very excited. I have actually filmed at several of the previous ones. I've just never posted them. It was very early on when I was thinking about doing YouTube. So all of last year's season, I was thinking about it. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. And I didn't have the experience. I'm not a photographer or a videographer. I didn't know what I was doing. And to be honest, when I started this, I didn't really know what I was doing either. I just got a bit more confident now, I think. And I'm better at editing. I've got some proper editing software. So yes, definitely filming. I've got several cameras. I've actually dug out an old GoPro that I had from years ago. Going to give that a try. I'm not sure what the quality is going to be like, though, because it is a 2018, 17 model, something like that. But I've got my vlogging camera. I've got my other half's camera. She's got a Nikon Z50. It's got a, I want to say mirrorless. Does that mean anything to anyone? Yeah, it's a mirrorless camera that she uses for photography, and I've just used it for vlogging because I didn't want to buy one when I first started. I might buy a camera, like a proper camera in the future, but we'll see. So I've got like several things I can do to get different angles and try and catch some of the sales. I want to film like other crochet at the markets as well. So see what other people have, and obviously with their permission. But I think it'd be quite nice to get that variety. See what else is there. I love when other crocheters are there because it's not competition. Yes, it is competition, but I don't see it that way. I see it as somebody else I can go and chat to that's got a vested interest in what I like doing, and sort of sharing tips and tricks and saying, oh, what did you think of this day, that day, this market, that market? And no two people are exactly alike. You know, we can both sell plushies, but I guarantee you my plushies will be different to their plushies, and the buyers will have different wants and tastes as well. So I don't think it's a problem having several crochet vendors. And in the UK, I don't think it's as competitive as in the US. I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. It'd be interesting. You want to learn to crochet, Diane? Oh, you should. Crochet is frustrating, but it's my sense of peace. It's what I do to calm me down. You can tell if I haven't crocheted for a day. I get jittery, my hands go nuts, I can't sit still. Yeah, it's not fun if I haven't crocheted for a day. Do I think there's a link between yarn artists and neurospiciness? I don't know. I know that a lot of neurospicy people that don't do any fiber arts or yarn arts or any form of crafting, mainly because the people I know have ADHD and literally can't sit still. My wife being one of them, although she's got inattentive ADHD, and you just sort of stare and move on from one thing to another. We're working on it. Will I do a link for my kits? Yes, I will. They're not on my Etsy page yet, but let me put my Etsy in the chat. There's nothing on it. Let me see if I can remember it. I think it's the Crochet Doctor Shop is my Etsy. There's nothing on it yet, and I will do a post when things go up, but we are so close. The problem we have is the stock I'm making at the moment is just about going to cover the market side of things. And then focusing, I need to get through the first two. That's the key. There's one, the first one is the very last weekend in May, the bank holiday weekend. And then we've got another big one after that, which is always our best day trading. So we've earned more at other markets, but this is the best we do per hour of trading is Portsmouth Pride. We do several prides down south. It's 6th of June, and it's great. It's absolutely great. You only do about 5 hours of trading, but they're buying things off of your stall before you've even set up. And then you trade from midday to 5, I think it is. And the takings in that 5 hours are ridiculous. It's fantastic. People are so happy and they want to chat to you and buy your stuff, talk about your stuff, talk about plans. I'm so excited to trade there and have the YouTube video up and running and have the kits out, all our new stuff. So it's going to be a good one. But after that is when I'm going to focus on Etsy, because until that, we've got me working next weekend, wedding the weekend after, then our first event, then our second event. So it's a busy few weeks. Oh, it's Australia Mother's Day as well. Happy Mother's Day, Australians and New Zealanders, I presume. Hi, sorry you're late again. Not a problem. How are you? We were chatting yesterday. Very relaxing too. I'm assuming you mean the crochet kit, the crocheting Norfolk Bell. Thank you. You put it in your notes. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mums in the chat. I love that. Yeah. If only you could like pre-order children on Mother's Day that are just perfectly behaved. That's all I need. But then I'll think something's wrong with them. You know, if I'm not woken up by screaming, then you know what's wrong. Something's happened. Got to go. Bye. Thanks for the live. No worries. Have fun in Iceland. I don't know if you come from Iceland or if you're on holiday in Iceland, but either way, enjoy Iceland. Having a bad back day. Ah, not ideal. So happy Mother's Day, Canadians as well. This is great. Is that me squeaking? Yeah. Can you hear that? This yarn is squeaky. Yeah. It's because it's tight as well. I finally caught one of the lives. What a perfect day to do so. Fabulous. Oh, hang on. I've gone wrong again. Got talking. This is my problem. I talk too much, which I know is kind of the point of the live, but yeah. I've actually gotten better. So I get really, really car sick. And I think the lives have helped me get better at crocheting and looking up, because I've started to be able to crochet in the car where I never could before. So I'm quite happy about that. And I think, you know, more lives, more practice. And I can do it without looking. That blindfolded challenge was interesting as well. Getting there. If only my children would sleep in on Mother's Day or any other day. Yeah. My 3-year-old now at the moment, 4 to 5 a.m. every day without fail. We're a bit drained. I think the worst part is managing a tired child for the rest of the day while you're exhausted. Oh, I wish my kids are not behaving well. You was hoping. I think if they behave perfectly, you're gonna worry something's wrong. I thought it was your old joint squeaking. No, it's just my hands and my crochet hook. Sorry. I don't squeak that often, actually. It's a bit unusual, but yeah. Right, let's snip that. Okay. We're on to the body. Body of the first turtle on the live. Hi, I'm in Dorset, and I just have to ask you a question. Would you ever close a wound with chenille yarn? Absolutely not. No. No. I don't think it would be very pretty. The size of the holes you'd have to put in the skin would make it really bleed. And yeah, no, chenille yarn, absolutely not. Wait till kids are teenagers. You're lucky if you see them before. Oh, I'm looking forward to that day. But I'm very much a person that if you're late to school, that's your problem, mate. You're going to have to figure out a way to wake yourself up. But then I was never like that as a teenager. I was always the first one out of the house. So, and if my mum was giving me a lift, I was like, Mum, we're leaving. Get out. Let's go. I'd be sitting in the car honking the horn. I was that child. Your kids, you're Snow White, and you have 7 dwarfs from 26 years to 7 years, and only 3 sleep in on a weekend. If you make it the youngest 3, the older ones can take care of themselves. That's my rule. But yeah, I've only got the 2. That's plenty. Thank you. Right. Body. Change hook size. So I usually size down a hook in the turtles to do the body, because this is baby blanket and I find it just makes it tighter and less holy. So 1, 2, 3 there. Tie this on. Oh, I do think this is going to be quite a nice colour match, actually. Very muted turtle. Oh, if only it's the eldest 3 that sleep in. Typical. I don't remember what it's like to sleep in. Don't know if any of the other mothers in the chat know what it's like to sleep in. I don't remember. I can't actually remember the last day I woke up after 6 a.m. Nope, nothing. Must be the yarn. Your children are 38 and 27. Oh, they should be able to take care of themselves then. Tell me, has anybody managed to teach their children how to crochet? And if so, how old was your child when they learnt? Because my daughter is desperate to learn, but she's rubbish because she's 3. And she's determined. But she messes up the yarn. Yes, bless. Yours are 14 and 17. Yeah, time will come again when I can sleep in. Time will come. Right now, I'm just enjoying this phase. Because I'm pretty sure if I blink, it will be over. And the cuteness will disappear. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there it goes. Where are we? Your husband lets you sleep in today, so you didn't get up to 11:30. The thing is, I think I'm so awake. I'm so like trained to it now that I wouldn't know how to go back to sleep. Well, that's making me yawn just thinking about it. You have 5 lads. They've all flown the nest, but you're still dealing with the trauma. 5 and 8 years. 5 and 8 years. And they don't crochet. Not one of them. Not one of those boys. My son loves yarn, but then he spent the first sort of 6 months of his life on my lap looking up at me crocheting. Yeah. I basically crocheted over his head, draped yarn all over him for the first 6 months of his life until he started sitting up and deciding there's more to life than this. So yeah, probably not. Shouldn't be surprised that he loves his yarn so much. When do my kits go on sale? That is a question, Diane. That's a question. Probably going to be after Portsmouth, so after the 6th of June. It will depend on how well we do at the markets, because I don't want to not take any stock with me, and I've only done a small number, so I'm going to do that. But if there's one particular thing you would like, I have budgies, chicks in several colors, mini pocket frogs and penguins in different colors, and a pigeon. But if there's something you would like, I could probably do it earlier. I just can't do it for significant numbers before then, because I just don't have the capacity to do it, and then keep to the timeline, because I wouldn't want people to order and then have to wait ages to have it. That's not me. And to start with, they'll probably only go for the UK, I'm afraid, and I've got to figure out shipping costs and things. I was talking about this last night, and it turns out I know nothing about postage. I don't know how much it costs or what, and I don't even know what my parcels will be classified as. I think they're going to be like small packages, maybe. They're not that heavy, but they don't fit through a letterbox. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I've missed some. Where are we? I won't teach your kids as your cat-can did, and you do not have the patience. I might not have the choice. Mine desperately wants to learn, and you know what? If I can get them to take it on, then I can take a step back and just have fun. They can go through the list that my wife has created. And they get, 10p per item. Child labor. Let's do this. I have 5 girls, twins, 40, and your youngest daughter is 23. You're hoping your 27-year-old will pick up crocheting to help with your markets. Oh, I like that. When's your next market? That's Catherine's Crochet. What pattern am I using for the turtle? So This, as I said a little bit earlier, is a bit of a mishmash of patterns that I found. So I think the original pattern I based it on was a free pattern. I have no idea whose it was. And I've changed it quite a bit. Yeah, I've changed it quite a bit to suit what I do. But I think because it's sort of based on other people's patterns, I don't know how close it is to the original to be able to teach it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've edited it to fit my likes and my tastes and things. It's silly little things. Like I didn't like how far forward the flippers were, so I've moved them back. They've got different stitch counts around the back. I do some weird things with the tail to make sure that he's as close as possible. So do some additional stitches. The head shape is different. The body shape is a bit different. Mind you, I have made quite a few changes actually then, haven't I? Okay, this is my turtle pattern then in that case. But yeah, it's no sew. I hate sewing. Hate sewing. Oh, this is the fastest my chat has ever moved. I'm trying to keep up. You have a market once a week from June till October. That sounds like fun. Is it the same market that you do every week? And is it like the same people? So you get like the same chat? What kits are these? So I am making crochet kits with plush yarn, so chenille yarn. And I've got 2 types of budgie, 2 types of chick, frog, 8 colors of penguin and pigeon so far. And that's just the sort of starting for this year. We've not done them before. It's just been a lot of work setting them up. The thing I really need to do is film and upload the tutorials. But to do that, I need an absolutely silent household. Well, that doesn't happen very often. At least with vlogging, I can sort of reshoot one line or redo that if I need to. But with a tutorial, once you've crocheted it, you kind of need the voice to go alongside. I have thought about doing like an over, whatever it is, like you watch me crochet it and then I speak over it, a voiceover. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I need a silent household. Might try and get the wife to take the kids out. We'll see. Right, hang on a minute. Let's go back up. You still get up at 5 a.m. Your kids can't crochet or knit. Wish I'd crocheted when my 2 were little. They were both preemie, so it wouldn't have taken long to make them stuff. No, I made stuff for my kids, and either they refuse to wear it or it doesn't fit them by the time it's finished. You know, kids are older, but you have a niece that does some crochet and you're in the process of making a lovely, a little lovey. I've never made a lovey, but the crochet kit that I have bought in the velvet in the shop the other day is a lovey. It was a monkey one, and my son loves monkeys, so I'm going to make him that and hope for the best. But I haven't looked at the size of the hook yet. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be tiny, and it's a metal one, so I'm really hoping I've got a different hook that I can use. But I don't have anything smaller than a 4 because I don't use them. Your kids are older. Have you ever tried to do tapestry crochet? Yes, I have, and I really like it. I have a video planned, but I need some time to do it. We've, as I said, we've redesigned the logo for the business, Brick and Stitch. She's Brick, I'm Stitch. And I want to do a crocheted banner. I've put it into Stitch Fiddle, and it's created the grid for me. And it's also suggested the colors of the yarn based on what yarn I use. And I've ordered all of the yarn. It's in a bag, like down the side, down there. I just need some time to make it, because all the time I'm spending doing that, then I'm not making plushies to sell. So it's probably going to have to be more of a winter project and video, because it's going to take a while and a lot of time. I'm hoping to have some time off in the summer though, so we'll see. We will see. Penguin, you're in the UK. Of course. Diane, if you message me on my Instagram, which is, I think, oh, does anyone else have my Instagram handle that you could put in the title? I can't remember. I think it's just the Crochet Doctor. Or is it the Crochet DR? If you message me on my Instagram, we can arrange that. Not a problem. You have 2 prims as well. Taught yourself when your second was in the NICU. You need something to do in the NICU. Definitely need something to do. We only spent a week in the NICU with my first, but it was one of the hardest weeks of my life. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not easy. And to be honest, I was so tired and so run off my feet that I didn't really get time to even think about doing a hobby. And I wasn't crocheting at that point either. So it was more a case of doom scrolling on my phone when I wasn't rushing backwards and forwards to do things. Because I insisted on being there for every single feed and all of those other things. But yeah, we digress. Fair enough. Good luck. Where did I get to? Bit there. One thing you've learned about selling amigurumi is that you could need insurance in case of accidents. Yes, you do. So we have liability, public liability, and product insurance, I believe, is what we've got. Again, the wife handles the admin. So we've got all of the insurance. And the thing is, markets ask to see it before you go anyway. So you have to have it. You just can't get away with not having it. And then in the UK, all of the products are safety tested. So they undergo a load of testing to make sure parts don't fall off. And if they fall off, make sure they don't fit in a choking container and all sorts of other things. So we've been through all of that. It is quite arduous. You're doing your first craft market this Saturday. Good luck. It's your first one. The first one we ever did was the windiest day we have ever done. Ever. The gazebo lifted and just kept moving. So I stood in the middle of the gazebo like this for hours. That was my job for the day because I was only there to support. It was my other half's first proper market, and I just held the gazebo down for the day. And it wasn't just me. The manager guy had to go around holding different gazebos as well because it was ridiculously windy. They should not have done it. I don't even think that the level of wind was insured in the end. They weren't expecting that bad. So, yeah. But good luck. I'm sure it won't be that windy. Ours was the middle of August, so you wouldn't have thought it would be. But prepare for everything is all I would say. Yes, at the same place. Excellent. You can make friends. I used to love doing the same markets over and over, but we just don't do those ones anymore. We just go to the big events because it's more money for our time, really. A bit sad. And it really should go get a project to work on. Yes, get a project to work on. You're supposed to be eating up your yarn, Zombie Crafts. Plus, I have seen your setup and it's beautiful. There is no excuse. No excuse. Where do I get my yarn from? Majority of my yarn comes from Wool Warehouse in the UK. I also get yarn from Hobby, whatever people call it, which is in the Netherlands. I want to say Denmark, something like that. Europe. We'll say Europe. And then I also buy from local yarn stores and just get random things if I like them. And then in the UK, you've also got The Range, Hobbycraft. You can find yarn in other stores, but mostly online Wool Warehouse, purely because I have to use the yarn I've got certificates for to make things. If I haven't got certificates, then it's usually something I'm making a wearable with. So yeah. Wow, you guys are having good conversation today. I love it. Time for you to go work. Glad you could catch one, Lisa. In July, you'll also be doing another one. Thousands of people. I love thousands of people. That's good fun. More people to talk to, more customers. It's great. How long were they in for? They're 2 weeks and 8 weeks. Oh, Nick, you cool. Sorry for that. Hello, Karen. Cute. This one is a baby fawn, super cute. You got a project. Good, good. Can't wait to see it. The crochet sellers that near us that don't do CE testing. So I try not to have feelings on this. Yeah, so I'm talking mainly. So for those that don't know, there's CE testing, there's UKCA testing. If you're selling things that could be classed as toys in the UK, you need to have UKCA testing done on it and then the appropriate labeling. It's a pain. It is an absolute pain. But do I like knowing that my toys have been tested and I know my yarn inside out and how I can make things and make them really secure? Yes, I love that. Am I jealous of people in America that can crochet whatever they want with whatever they have and try new things and new yarns and new sizes? Yes, I'm incredibly jealous. So yeah, that's my feelings on it. And I try not to have feelings about other people. When we did our last show, I went round on the first day. It was a Comic-Con. And there was lots of other crochet stalls all doing different things. It was fantastic. But I saw a lot of things that could be classed as toys that were not tested, were not marked, nothing. And I was just like, okay, that's fine. I know mine are. I'm happy with that. The next day, Trading Standards came to my booth and I passed. It's all good. Passed. But when I walked around again later that day, I noticed there was a lot of signs up saying these things aren't suitable for this age group and this thing. And I know that they'd been pulled up by Trading Standards because things had changed. So, yeah, they still allowed them to sell all these things without the testing. So it didn't really make a huge difference, even though they were pulled up by Trading Standards. Like, I don't know. That's a thing. When will the penguins be on sale? Oh, okay. Let's say June 6th is Portsmouth Pride. And then I have a month before my next. Let's get them up for like June 8th. Is that fair? Target, deadline. I'm going to write that down. Hang on. June 8th. I have nothing to write on. June 8th. There you go. In my rubbish handwriting. That's the release date on Etsy. I'll figure it out by then. Damn, that's not good. Will I be advertising my events? Honestly, I hadn't really thought about that. We can definitely advertise. I can definitely like put posts up on Instagram. If you follow, oh, I don't actually know her handle. Hang on. Would help if I knew the main business handle, wouldn't it? Right. If you follow, this is the main business page on Instagram. And my other half usually does like a "we'll be here" thing. What's going on there? So she usually does like a, oh, we'll be at this place or we'll be at that place. I plan on filming it all retrospectively. So there will be like vlogs up and things like that. So some of my videos are going to be market vlogs, market prep vlogs. I don't anticipate anything going wrong. I do plan on doing maybe some numbers, some money sums and things, so people have an idea of like what you can achieve. Yeah, the trouble is, I think there's a very fine line between trying to be informative and bragging. And I wouldn't want to come across on that side of it. Like, I really struggled to find decent information when we started up on, what should we be aiming for? What kind of money is the possibility here? How much do people charge for their plushies? And I think everybody is so different as well. And different things mean different things to other people. So, I also think it makes a difference where you are in the world and where you are in that country that you're in. Like, prices will differ. We're down south, so prices will be higher than prices up north, most probably. But we also charge based on history and how well things are done. If things sell out every time, then I raise my prices. I just can't keep up with the demand. But I try and charge a fair price for what we do. And I don't charge for my time, really, because if I did, they'd be just extortionate. Yeah. Sitting here for the first time now. You're sitting in your new place. Excellent. You're going to finish up your first skein on the live. Fabulous. I mean, this one's coming to an end, but probably not tonight because I've nearly done. Just thought I'd mention it because I know someone who had a customer threatening to sue. Oh, why would they sue? I had someone comment about how they hope I specifically put up a sign saying my stuff is not for dogs. And I was just like, I really hope they don't give it to their dogs because it took me blooming ages to make. Someone joked about it once and I was like, I can't sell that to you then. No, you're not giving it to your dog. And it was a jumbo plushie as well. Like, don't you dare give that to your dog. But apparently they were worried about dogs swallowing stuff. And I'm like, there comes a time when there is a certain onus on the owner of the pet / child. I think, like my son, I'm very wary with him with safety eyes. He does have some stuff with safety eyes, but those bits are usually purchased from a store. I wouldn't get him a handmade plushie with safety eyes, even though mine are perfectly safe because they've been tested and they've had 10 kilos hung off their eyes to make sure that I'm doing it properly. I probably still wouldn't give it to a baby that's still like putting things in their mouth. I mean, my 3-year-old still puts things in her mouth. I'm trying to stop it. Fluff. Thank you for mentioning it. I appreciate that. You're too good at this. Your comments have gone wild. I know. It's so exciting. I love this. I'm going to finish. You wouldn't believe. I don't know if any of you were there during my first ever live. It was hilarious. I think I was on for like 20 minutes because I felt like I was talking to no one. And in the end, it ended up being just me, my other half, and a friend just on YouTube on live. It was so weird. And the other half was just sitting in the same room. Like, yeah, just watching you in 2 dimensions. So yeah, I know there's only there's 33 people in here now. And to some YouTubers, that would be nothing. To me, it means incredible amounts. So yeah, I never thought my YouTube channel would be interesting to anyone. I did it really for me, to keep me accountable, to give myself another hobby, learn another challenge. So I'm very grateful that it's gone a bit wild in the comments. If I can't keep up with 30, I do wonder when I watch people live, like their YouTube channels, they get hundreds of comments. Now I see why they don't respond to me every time. You're going to finish this turtle, then you're going in your yarn room to organize it. Good plan. I actually did a quick tidy up before today. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to clear the yarn off the floor because there was yarn all over the floor. Then tomorrow you'll make another video. Good for you. You get yours from Wool Warehouse and Hobbycraft. I just, when I found Wool Warehouse, I have not gone back. I love it. Yeah, they've raised their prices recently. But they give such good service. Like, this is not sponsored. I am not affiliated with them in any way. I genuinely love their site. Right. Yeah. Yeah. They wanted to sponsor me, but no. I would never work with anyone I don't like use the stuff for. But you don't know, in the future, things could happen. Things could happen. For how much yarn challenge? You used 5 balls already. Oh, should we do a little count up of what I've got as well? Well done, Tiana. I'm really pleased for you. 5 out of your stash. So we'll go with just my crochet because I've got a pile for the kits. But so far, I'll give you a sneak peek of what we've done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 so far this month. Been 10 days. For me, that's not even 1 a day. I have been busy. I'm not filming how much yarn this month. I'm just keeping track. And I'll probably do like a little YouTube short or something saying how much I've used. But I haven't got it in me to do another how much yarn video this month. So even though I do enjoy them. Do you enjoy them? And do you enjoy like sequential ones? There you go. That's a question for you. Fair enough. On June the 8th. You don't want to push me. No, I want to get them out. Diane, I want to get them out. I want to have people start using them and have fun with them. And then I want to make more. It's just this particular month. Come June 24th, I hopefully will be much freer and much less stressed. But up until June 24th, which is a big day for me, I have a lot of work to do for my, actual job. Wouldn't it be great if crochet was my job and YouTube was my job? That'd be so cool. Then I'd say, well, why did I spend all those years in university? But yeah, hey ho. Have a look at woolen stuff in Wakefield. You do ordering online, but let me write that down. Hang on. I don't know what I've done with my pad. The only stuff I've got here, the only paper I've got here is like the patterns that I printed for the kit. So right on a tissue box. There you go. What is there? Wool and stuff. There you go. Remind me it's on the bottom of the tissue box. Kleenex. Good for you. Right. Have a look. And everyone will either think I'm overcharging around. Yes. So yeah, that I'm guessing that was when the finances. People walk past and say, oh, I could make that. I could get that cheaper. And that's absolutely fine. I don't mind that at all. You just don't need to say it. Yeah. There's a story about a dad that really appreciated and explained to his daughter why things cost so much handmade. I think I said it on a previous live, and it really got me that people actually understand that. And they're the people that buy from me. And that's lovely. I try not to get offended at all with anything, because I think if I get constantly offended by things, I just would never do anything. Right. Put in my end. We might have almost finished a turtle on a live. It's more than I've done today. Been trying to do this for the last weekend and I've just had no motivation. Right. Oh, hung himself. What am I stuffing? I'm stuffing a turtle. Nearly done. He just needs eyes and then he can join his buddy back there. Hang on. There's a bit of concentration happening here. That's your hook down for the night due to elbow pains. No, not the elbow. I don't tend to get elbow pains. My pains, I had a really weird shooting sensation the other day. Felt like someone had pranged my median nerve. But why was that? I can't remember what I'd done. I was doing something that required me to use my hand. You're back, Rebecca. We were debating. Well, I was debating. Are you from Iceland or on holiday in Iceland? That's the question. Everyone remember the thumbs up, the like button. Thank you very much, Julie. Appreciated. Because you're doing a blanket project right now, so you're using all of the yarn. Yeah, blanket projects are great for yarn usage. Absolutely great. I just do not have the time to make blankets. They're not on my wife's list, unfortunately. It's one of the reasons I want to start Etsy, so I can make things that I want to that won't necessarily sell well at markets. And I could just put them up on the shop, like wearables and things. They don't sell well in person, I don't think, personally. Let me know if you've had luck selling wearables. So I love making ear warmers. They're great fun. They don't sell as well as I would like, and I make loads of them. Yes. I love how many in the month. I love seeing how many people use. So it's so inspiring. I know, it's why I started doing them, because people didn't do them that often. I kind of understand why, because it's quite a lot of work, like doing the filming every day. And then when you don't film, you feel, oh, I forgot to film, or I didn't film before I go to bed, or I didn't film an update, or when did I last film, or did I update with this one or not? And it gets confusing sometimes. And then when you try and edit it, you're like, what on earth was I doing? Or you'll hear the same story 3 times over. You're like, oh, Amy, Stop telling the same story over and over again. 10 skeins and 1 cone used so far, all cotton, either Lily Sugar and Cream or Karen All Day Cotton. Oh, what's Karen All Day Cotton like? I've never used it. I've got like a whole wall of Lily Sugar and Cream, and I love it for certain projects, I have to say. That's what I'm going to make my banner out of, is the plan. But I need to concentrate on that one because that's all tapestry crochet. Hang on, let's line this turtle's eyes up because... Concentrate. Yep. Because you work in the round, the eyes are always ever so slightly off. And on these guys, I just do a basic pull through. On my bigger plushies, I use the five-star technique to embroider eyes. If anyone uses that. I do some. I don't like using safety eyes with blanket yarn. I have had safety eyes pass testing with blanket yarn. It just feels risky to me. I am not doing it. I embroider them. Right. Tie that off. He's coming together. You made a blanket for yourself and love it, but now you're going to make a small one with what you have left. Love that. Using up the scraps. Be right back. Yes, I'm staying on. Our plan is to stay on till 9 because that is when dinner is hopefully being made. Thank you, Blossom. Oh, wow. Time flies. I didn't realize it was after 8. Thought we'd only been on about half hour. You're to sell the patterns for your kits. Yes. So the pattern for the kit that's in the kit is a basic written pattern. And then the pattern I want to sell on Etsy is going to have a lot more pictures in it, which I haven't written yet. So it will be slightly different to what gets. So the pattern in the kits is basic. And the pattern that you buy on Etsy is a lot more in-depth with pictures because I can't print out loads of pictures for the kits. It just doesn't work that way. Yeah. So it's going to be a bit of a difference, bit of a variation, but hopefully the video tutorial will cover it and the video tutorial will be free on YouTube. There's the plan. And I'm quite proud of the idea. So the setup I'm doing for the kits for the market stall, I've got some crates that I'm going to construct something with and put it together. And then on top, I'm going to have my iPad playing the tutorials on a loop so that you can see what it is you're buying at the time. And it just gives a bit of a visual at eye level to customers. So I'm quite pleased with that idea. Just got to pull it off now. Right, we have our first finished turtle of the live. What do you think of this color combo? Let me see. I've not done it before. He's usually do this color with a pink, but I actually really like the gray. His little tummy, his little tail. Just looking at it. Mega cute. Love, love, love the colors. Excellent. Okay, I will make more of them then. But for now, I think I'm going to start a new color. I'm going to use this one. This is Lavender Fields baby blanket. It's so soft. I do like a bit of baby blanket, but this skein is a mess. There we go. Right. Where are we at? I'm going to go back now. Am I going to... You're from Iceland. Excellent. Thank you for clarifying. Got some soft tissue damage in your elbow, so you've got to restrict yourself. Oh my God, restricting yourself. No, could not do that. You have far more willpower than I do. I just do things I shouldn't, unfortunately. You've been making bags and hot pads. Did a wrap cardigan. So I haven't made a wrap cardigan, but I have seen a pattern I like that's like sleeved, but they wrap around the front. Have you seen that? The one that is in the pattern looks like is quite a thick yarn. If I made it thinner, it could be good for summer. This is your first blanket crochet. Well done, Tiana. 3, 4. It's really nice to work with. It's soft and it glides well. I mixed something. I had to go tell your mother-in-law Happy Mother's Day. Very important. My mother-in-law has just had an operation, literally 2 days ago, so she's recovering, bless her. Not feeling great. It's so cute. Got to help the eldest with his A-level maths. Lovely to see. Lovely to see you too, although I'm not physically seeing you. I'm just reading and chatting. Nice and knitted things. Really cute combo. Love the combo. Fabulous. I wish I could just magically pop that rainbow burner. Yeah. Oh my God, he'd make a cute one. I thought about it after that conversation. So just to bring everybody else in, Bernat Blanket has released a new yarn, Pixel yarn. Has anyone worked with this? I looked it up and it's super, super cute. I need it in my life. But in the UK, to get it, you're talking £51 for 2 skeins plus shipping. Yeah, I can't justify that. I have no money at the moment. Like, I genuinely am in the negative at the moment. We are renovating this house and the garden cost is going up and up and up. But I am going to show it in a vlog when it is done. I'm very excited because the digger comes in tomorrow. Oh, darn it. I meant to get cash out. I will figure that out. So I have to pay the builder some money. You know when things just pop into your head? Yeah. But yeah, the garden is going to be beautiful. It is going to be a flat piece of grass. That's all I want. It's a flat piece of grass. At the moment, it's mostly concrete. And concrete breaking up is expensive. So yeah, but hopefully it'll be lovely for the summer and will be completely worth it. But as a consequence, giving my kids a nice garden means I don't get to experiment with fancy yarn. But you know. But if anyone ever does try this Pixel Bernat blanket, I'd love to see pictures of what you make. Just send it to me on Instagram. I love chatting to people and seeing your makes. It spurs me on to do nice, cool things. It's where I get most of my ideas, is the internet. You love it. Would definitely do those colors. You embroider a mouth on yours. So I tried mouths. I'm not very good at mouths. They look terrible when I do them. So I actually took a look at both and decided against doing mouths because I was that bad. He looked really weird. It's killing me. Keep crocheting. Not a lot you can do. Elbow pain, man. Karen. Oh, you said it was nice and soft. I get it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat. It's hard to keep up. Can I turn the turtle so they look lovingly at the camera? See, if I turn them face on, you don't get to see the eyes. So, how's that? Hi, Froggy. Do you count your yarn because you're doing a school project? The crochet should. Oh, God. If it's a school project, yeah, still count it. You're still using it. I've gone wrong. Yeah. I mean, you could say this is for work. Everything I do is for work because I don't keep many things I make. Although, saying that, there will be a new video coming up because I am making some outfits for Pride for us to wear. So I'm very excited. And I have a couple of ideas of what I'm going to make. So there are already a couple of things in the pipeline. But to make the video, I would like some other ideas. So I'm doing rainbow because I don't like the lesbian flag. It's not my colors. It does not suit me. It is not for me. So we're talking rainbow. And I have at least 3 project ideas. One of them I'm not going to be able to do before Pride. So 2 project ideas. Something the wife has requested and something that I want. I need some like quick ideas of things or it could be like accessories or accents or something that you can crochet for Pride. There you go. So that is your challenge to come up with some ideas. That's mental. What the hell? We had talked about if you want it. I would love that. If, yeah, that would be amazing. I'd love to try that kind of yarn. Exe perfect. Brilliant. I can make a bucket hat. I have. So, yeah. What we got here? So, this is a bucket hat I have not finished. Very close to finishing. I think I've only got like 3 rows to go, but I'll show you why I haven't finished it. They got a big head. So I think I'm going to sell it instead when I finish it. I've always had a big head and I've never suited hats. So I think if it was just this side, it would be all right. But it's the asymmetrical haircut. I just don't think it works. So yeah, that's my Rainbow Pride hat. It's made with lily sugar and cream. I love it. Gives it a bit of structure. So yeah, that's the bucket hat. And then I think this is my muddy rainbow cardigan. None of these are going to be in the video, I don't think. Although I might finish my Pride hat. This is the rainbow cardigan, which I really like. But I call it the muddy rainbow. And then I've got a set of sleeves here as well, which is like really, really small. So it won't fit me. But I need to finish this. These are all my like whips. But this is a pattern that I've come up with that I can expand. And I was going to try different sizes and maybe even make a written pattern for it. And obviously you don't have to do it in rainbow. You could do it in bulk colours. But yeah, that's going to take a bit more work and will probably be worked on through the winter. But yeah. But yeah, I have a few project ideas, but hats are not my, they don't suit me, which is a real problem because I really need to wear hats in the summer. So yeah. Right, we've got here bandana on neck scarf. I've made bandanas. They don't sell well for me. And I think I would have the same problem. But I like the idea of like a tie, like a neck scarf tie. That's cool. That's a good idea. Have I gone wrong again? Granny Rocco bag, mesh market bag, bandana, bucket hat. Love it. It was cute. You like my bucket hat? Bucket hat bandana. Sorry, this involves counting. Evening, love watching your videos. Thank you. You make very similar stuff and you have 2 Pride events coming up. Love body doubling and watching you whilst making. Excellent. I'm thinking of making, so there'll be 2 Pride videos. One, I'm thinking of making, because I want to make stuff for us to wear. So it's going to be more of a personal, like, let's do this. And the other one, I've got quite a lot of Pride themed amigurumi and other things that I sell. So yeah, we're doing those. And I've done, I don't know if you remember or if you've seen my videos, I made some rainbow snakes and things, and they're going to come out. There's only a couple of them, but they're going to be pretty pricey because a lot of yarn went into them. It's like a minimum of 2 to 3 skeins of burlap blanket goes into them because they're double stranded and they're huge. So yeah. You got to go in like 5 minutes. Oh, never mind. I'm trying to do a live every other week on a Sunday evening. It just is how my schedule seems to have worked out anyway. So I am trying to keep up with that. So, and I try and advertise in advance. So I'll catch you on the next one. You're also an NHS worker, but wish you were crocheting. Are you working at the moment? Can you crochet? Is it wish you could crochet or just that you're doing something else and you don't want to be? That's the question. Really nice. Can you borrow your wife's head? Hers is a bit smaller than mine. She does suit hats better. Yeah. And she also has much more of a I don't care what I look like attitude than I do. But yeah, maybe it'd fit on her head better than it would mine. Bow tie for dogs and cats. Oh, I love that. You don't know this, Diane, but I have a dog called Echo. She is a cockapoo. She used to be tricolour. Now she's just kind of grey and muddy. But I could make her a bandana. That would be cool. She would hate it. Maybe a choker. What about a kerchief? Now, do you mean handkerchief? Kerchief. Am I missing? Do I know what a kerchief is? The most popular makes last year at Progress were hats, bags, and bunting. Bunting. Oh, I like that. Oh, I really like that. Hang on. I'd not thought of that at all. For those of you just joining, this is my current notepad. Because I don't know where my notepad is. Or where I put my paper, because I tidied up. I really, really like that idea. I think you're going to make some for your markets. Fabulous. You get the Crochet Society boxes every 2 months, and the pattern is in there. Crochet Society boxes. Hang on, I have to write this down as well. Must remember to have a notepad next time. What am I making? I am making turtles. So I've got 2 in the background here, beautifully positioned to look at the camera. We made this one on the live. I finished this one earlier today. My wife, who is the boss, has requested turtles. I think we went with a great big bag of them last time at the start of the season, and they sold on the first event. Yeah, they just sold out, and I think we only had 9 before I started making some. Today, yesterday, day before, I don't know. You're getting a hint at what this week's challenge might be. But it's going to be a busy week. Yeah. A neckerchief. I like the ones where you sort of tie it and there's like a little flick to it. Is that what a neckerchief is? Or is it a neckerchief is one that's got like a triangle? I like the one that's just a simple tie. Yeah, Minnie, just 8 small flags. I really like that. Are the flags like the pride flag or different color piece for each color of the flag? That's kind of how I'm seeing it in my head. Can't wait for next Saturday because you're going to go to Royal Winston Horse Show. That sounds like fun. Okay, officially done my first skein of the month. Yes. What was the skein? What type of yarn did you use? And well done. Well done. Seriously, just getting through even one ball of yarn in a month is something I never used to do until I started thinking about it. So using up the stash, clearing out, mainly for, you know, the fact that we're getting through it and we're working, but also you get to buy more yarn. You got space in your shelves. It's great. I shouldn't be saying that. How many turtles in a week? Not quite. No, I have not got a full week. So I was working all of this week. Yesterday I did a 24-hour on call. So I finished at 8 a.m. this morning. And then tomorrow I'm at work. Tuesday I'm at work. Wednesday I'm on a study day. And then I'm on nights. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yay. But that's just life. That's life. 50s style for the neckerchief. Okay, I'll look that up because I don't know what 50s style is. Going on a yarn ban with me. Good luck. I have so much yarn. I have no business buying anymore. Yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in yarn bans because that for me is unrealistic. It's just not going to happen. But I'm on an experimenting ban. So I'm not allowed to buy yarn that is not for like business purpose. So I can't just go and see a nice new yarn and think, oh, I'll buy that and I'll make something with that. It has to be, no, I need to make this thing. So I'm buying this yarn to make this thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of the ban I'm on at the moment. burlap velvet, but you feel like it's a cheat because it was a mini skein. So when you say burlap velvet, you don't mean this chonker. I need to I need to make some black scrunchies. I have none. I haven't even started this one. How many turtles in one day? Oh, I'm not giving it away. I'm not giving it away. Not happening. Good idea. Okay, going into my yarn room. I need to get up at 1:30 a.m. for. You work at Michael's? You work at Michael's? That's really cool. I'm actually jealous. If that's true, I am actually jealous. I would love that job. Genuinely would love that job. If I knew what I know now, my whole life would be different. Don't know if I could share on here, but my Insta shows my bunting sewing strong crochet. You could share on here. I don't mind that. I have very few rules. Sew strong crochet. No, my only rules really for my lives and my channels are be nice to everybody, or don't say anything, and don't share your age. That's pretty much it. Ta-ta for now. I actually know what that means. I'm really proud of myself. I enjoyed your live and hope to join you in the next couple of weeks. Don't work too hard and take care of it. Thank you so much. That's really sweet, Judy. No, you wish these only make 2 scrunchies each, but it is still a skein. It's still a skein. I count these ones. Although it takes ages to get through these with the black because they're for my embroidery. But yeah, I use a lot of small skeins and they all count. Yeah. And I'm currently also going through cakes and things. But the problem with amigurumi and using up yarn is you use different colors for different plushies and everything. So, yeah. I actually caught up with the chat. Yes. Haha. I do try desperately to answer every message. I'm really sorry if I missed yours. But yeah, if you're enjoying it, give the live a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're doing really well. We hit 1,000 subscribers this week. I was so excited when that happened. I was excited about my first 10 subscribers. So 1,000 to me was balmy. I think it's the only word I can use. There you are. It's good. It's good. Let's get this turtle shell done. I really like the pride bunting idea. I can't stop thinking about it. Trying for numbers, but this little box doesn't have a home and you're ready for it to go. Love it. I have a box like down there filled with burlap blanket that's probably less than this, but still like scrappy. I'd hate it when the ball gets scrappy. I can't cope with that. Congratulations. Thank you. You reorganize your craft room. You do evening for coloring, diamond art, etc. Can't forget the crochet. No. So I've started. I had so many hobbies. I've had to cut them down. I mainly just crochet, but I do sometimes do a little bit of coloring now, mainly with my daughter. But I bought a pixel color by pixel numbers thing. So each little circle pixel has a number, and then you just color it in. A bit like paint by numbers, but with coloring pens. Quite enjoy it. You have 72 subscribers, Catherine. That's awesome. Seriously, it's awesome. Keep going. Keep going. I never thought I would get to this point. It's crazy. So yeah, you'd be surprised what you could do. And the thing I was always saying is when I started is this time next year, I'll be glad I started today. After a year of like working, hard work on the channel, putting in effort, putting in time, making videos, getting better and learning, you'll be glad you started and you'd be glad you carried on. So, You colour and diamond paint too. I tried doing diamond painting. Turns out I do not have the dexterity for it. It wasn't for me. I only bought one and then I donated it to charity because I think I put like 2 diamonds on it and decided, nope, that's not for me. You make happy birthday bunting for your daughter when she moved out because she didn't want to pay for banners on everyone's birthday at uni. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet. I've never made bunting. Never made it. So I'm quite excited. Crafting is good for our mental health. Yes, wholly agree with that. Lots of things are good for your mental health. Crafting is one of them. Your other half complaining about the yarn stash is not. No. She got over it when we started making money from it. It's fine. It's the same with the YouTube channel. I think she was as what's the word? She was supportive, but very like, yeah, it's probably not going to work. The same as me, actually. But I do a lot of things that probably aren't going to work, and they seem to work in the end eventually. Mainly because I'm pig-headed and stubborn. You're going to start filming again. You used to do videos for your colouring. You want to start doing it for your crochet. I started doing like faceless shorts in the crochet. That's how I started. And then I think I was just worried about putting my face on it. But I thought if I'm ever going to make a video, I need to put my face on it, really. So got over that and then realised that no one in my life cares and it's fine. It's great. Although I accidentally posted an advert for my new YouTube video onto my personal Facebook page. And I'm like, oh no, so people have seen that. Because I don't really want those people subscribing because they're the wrong people to subscribe to the channel. Going to do your yarn room and your daughter asked you to watch your 4-month-old granddaughter while she showered. You know what? Having someone watch your child while you can have a shower is the best gift you can give a new parent. That and food. And you'll have to do it later. Good to go. Thanks for life. Thank you, Rebecca. Have fun in Iceland, which is where you live. We know that now. I think on here is you're so gentle. Oh, thank you. Love watching you, even though I can't crochet, but on my bucket list. Excellent. Diane, we need to get you a kit. That's going to be a priority. 1, 3, 4, 2, 3. Thank you. I try and be genuine. I'm not very good at faking things. I think there's so many things now. I watch a lot of people just chatting. Even if it's just background noise, I like the lives of crocheters. I really enjoy them. And I think they bore my wife to tears. So I only watch them when she's not around. But I find it's a useful body double, personally. That's what I enjoy. Baby comes first. Yeah, baby always comes first. Homemade candles. I have made candles in the past. That was my COVID obsession. I had so much stuff, so much kit. It's crazy. And I made all of the wedding favors for our wedding. I bought a load of like heart tea light metal containers and made little candles for everyone. They all got a purple or a green, something like that, purple or a blue candle. It was a lovely, I can't remember what the scent was now. I kept a couple, but yeah, I made them all for our wedding, which was great fun. Hello from California. Hi, California. So California was supposed to be our honeymoon destination, but as I said, we were a COVID wedding. But yeah, I'd love to go. Desperate to go to California. Desperate to go to America, really. Never been. Hi. The purple pink shell is coming along nicely. Yeah, it's nearly done. Nearly done. But I've got to figure out, I think I want to give him, so I could go white, or I could just go a really lovely blush pink, or there's a baby pink up there. Hang on. Let me finish this, and then I need your opinion on which pink or white. So very excited to catch my first live. Hello. Hi, I'm trying to do a live every other Sunday at the moment. That may change, but we'll see. Maybe able to increase the frequency, but I have to schedule it because if I don't put it in the calendar, it will not happen. That's just my life, unfortunately. Loving the colours. I love the colours. I love this yarn. I've only recently discovered this yarn. This is probably my third ball of it, I think. Yeah, I didn't buy it in the initial stages. The plush pink. So do you mean this pink or that pink? So we'll call this... okay, we'll call this blush pink. And that one I think is baby pink. So which one? Blush pink or baby pink? Well, it's really hard doing it backwards and sideways. Yeah. Oh. Got a couple for blush, one for baby. You work at Michael's one day a week in the yarn department. Oh my God. Dream job. Dream job. Catherine has got everybody's dream job. Well, definitely got mine. I'd love to work with the yarn. Just looking at it, sorting it, selling it to people, talking about stuff. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Baby pink, blush, blush. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got a real divide here. Let me count. Right. Oh, I think blush just about wins it. Just about wins it. All right, blush pink it is. You know what that means. I don't have to get up. Okay. Do you get a good discount at Michael's? That's the question. I've decided that when I go to America, I'm bringing extra suitcases and then backpack bags just to take all the yarn home. I want to try everything that I can't get in the UK. Right. That is our Lavender Fields Bernat baby blanket shell. Let's get started on some flippers. Center pool's gone funny. My shirt is great. Yeah, I saw this at a Pride. You can't see. Saw this at a Pride like last year. I think it was Portsmouth Pride. I saw this at, and I literally said to Lily, "Where on earth did you get that? Because I need it in my life." I happened to be breastfeeding at the time, so it was very apt. And then I just kept the shirt. If I go over the weight, then I can stuff. Well, the thing is, theoretically, you should know how much each ball of yarn weighs, and therefore can calculate exactly to the kilos what you need. And then I'll just leave everything else in America and just take the yarn home. Yeah. I desperately want to go to the big stores and supermarkets and things. I want to go down the Oreo aisle. Apparently there's like an Oreo aisle where there's just every type of Oreo you can think of. Would I like more kids? Maybe 2 is exhausting. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, definitely taking the suitcases. Let's count the beginning, because if I get the beginning wrong, then the rest will be wrong. Cool. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're in. Making the flippers. What's everybody else got planned this week? Is there nice weather happening this week? I don't even know. Leave the clothes and only bring the yarn. Yeah. Yeah, who needs clothes? I need yarn. Come on. There you go. Through. Here's a question. Something else I thought of. Would you like a live at an event? Like, would that be something people would be interested in? Yeah, was what I was thinking. Purely because the first event we're doing is 3 days long. It's a great event. I just don't know what the protocol is with going live in public places like that. I've never done it. I've done it in my room and my room only. If you get greedy, you could post some light yarn back, but HM customer and exercise will tax love. That's funny. I'm still trying to do my first flashes. It's an elephant. Oh, I've never made an elephant. I've never found an elephant that's low sew. I don't like the sewing part, and elephants have got the ears and the legs and the trunk and the tusks, and that's a lot of sewing. Trying to get through some of my cotton cones, making bucket hats, market bags. Love that. Thinking about tops. So great call. You're not up to much as you're having a massive... sorry. You would love that. That could be fun, but might be chaotic for me. Well, it's not really chaotic for me because I am kind of there for show. So I do a lot of the heavy lifting and the setup and things, and then I do some selling when the other half has a break. I do a lot of the restocking, and mostly I crochet in the background, because if you're selling crochet stuff on the store, it's quite nice to have it like happening at the same time, I find. And I don't go to many shows, I don't go to many and sell at them. I'm going to try and do a bit for the vlog, but I mostly look after the kids. And we're not taking the kids to this one because we have several babysitters. It's have I gone wrong again? How? We have several babysitters pulling in so we can do this without help, because help would be hard. So actually we get to enjoy a working weekend as a couple, which is quite nice. So I will do some selling, and I will do some restocking and some vlogging and some other things, and I will have a nice time. But ultimately, I don't run the business. I can get away with just, flunking off. And I'm sure the other half will be rolling her eyes if she's watching this. But yeah, so I was thinking I could go live, but I don't know. I don't know. Curious. Hospital appointment part 2 for my youngest, but otherwise not a lot. Yes, please, that'll be interesting. Fabulous. Would be awesome to see a live at an event. May not be able to read the chat. I would if I used 2 phones, was my thought. Except for the fact, actually, no, I can't use 2 phones because we use the phone to take the payments. I would figure that out. I will figure that out. We get Wi-Fi. I know that. So I could take the laptop to film and then use my phone to monitor the chat. Or just use my laptop like I'm using it now. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I'm going to try. I once saw a guy live streaming at an event and a market once, and it was really dead. And I think he said hello to the 2 people watching. And I was like, oh, that was me when I first started doing lives. But I really judged him at the time, and I really feel bad about that. It's always very entertaining to spend some time with you. Thank you. Hi, Gabrielle. And I say go for it this time. Okay, we'll give it a go, and if we get some views, then great. I think I'll do it on the Saturday, because the Saturday is the busiest day, and hopefully Saturdays people will be off, but it'll have to be later in the day, because obviously Britain's 5-6 hours ahead of some places in America. Sorry, Australians, it will always be the middle of the night. Yay to having babysitters. I will love that. Yeah, I know. The problem is I have no one person that will take 2 of them for 3 nights, which is fair, I think, personally. That's a lot to ask from people. but I have one set of people taking one of them and another set of people taking another. So they split for the weekend, but they will still meet up. So, you know, deliver them to the various babysitters and then get lost. It's going to be fun. Going to enjoy it. Searching on YouTube seems Jamie's Crochet has an elephant pattern. No, so right, let me get my handy notebook out. All right, have a look. The only issue I have at the moment is new patterns are great to try, but I can't really do them for markets because they'll need to be tested before I do it. So I'm not doing any more new patterns for markets. All of my new ones are done and sorted and designed and started. But yeah, you're off for now. On the weekends works for you. Excellent. There we go. No view. It's good to have more views, but I like it when there is this amount as everyone can chat. I know. I like that I can respond to every comment. I do like that I can respond to every comment. It is nice. And I do like it when people chat to each other as well, which I think is sweet. But yeah, I'll see about setting that up when we go away, because that'd be fun. And I might take you around the booth, show you what we're selling, what we're doing, what's working well and what isn't, what we've changed and what we haven't, because I can guarantee you we'll change so many things from the original plans. We already have, and we haven't even started yet. Sometimes I knit or crochet something at my local Beacon North, Kings Lynn, Norfolk, for coffee on the couch, and I talk about your YouTube. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Yeah, it's a bit surreal for me, really, because this is like far more than I ever thought would happen with YouTube for me. I think I'm a bit like Marmite. I always have thought I was a bit like Marmite in real life. You either love me or you don't. And if you don't, you really don't. And that's just my personality. And you know what? That's fine. I don't mind. And I quite like it this small, because you hear when it gets bigger, there's a lot of not so nice comments. And I haven't had any of that, which is lovely. There was a couple of bit weird things in the beginning, but not since then. Oh God, I missed a few. Only benefit to hurt your back is reduced hours. Yeah, reduced hours, but I'd still rather work full time than ever be ill or hurt myself. I'd never wish that on anyone, especially me. I'd much rather work. New here, but got to say I have really been enjoying my videos. Thank you very much, Laura. Appreciate it. You're really good. Love to see whatever you do, stream or record. Thank you. Is it Casey? Sorry if I get the pronunciation wrong. I'm terrible with names and reading. Joe Bailey. I'm in the Norfolk, halfway between Lynn and Norwich. See, people chatting to each other. I love that. No, I'm not Marmite. I'm hardworking, talented fibre artist. You heard it from Lynn. You got a tangled mess. I mean, the center pull from this one has not been fun. It looks a bit barfy to me. That's not too bad. I'm one flipper in. One flipper down. Ooh. Kia. Okay, thank you. I will try and remember that. 4. Don't feel offended. I didn't even recognize my own friend when they turned up in the chat. It was only at the end that they were like, oh, I was chatting to you for ages. I was like, was you? Cool. Didn't even know you were here. It's true, Queen. I wish I could wear so many hats, but I can only do my job and barely my life. Yeah, it's hard. I have a fantastic other half who supports my crazy ideas. And it's supported more when it earns money. So the crochet works, it earns money. it means she's got more things she can sell. And yeah, it does work. Yeah. You're in Kent, UK, but hope to move. I grew up in Kent, so I would love to move back. I grew up in Kent. The first 18 years of my life was spent in Kent. It's burnout velvet and inside pool didn't work, so started at the outside and it's still a mess. Yeah. I think once it starts as a mess, it's going to carry on being a mess. Your wife is a keeper then. Yes, she is. Although there's downsides to every person. She knows them. She knows them. There's downsides to me. I'm ridiculous. And every time I say, I've had an idea or I've had a thought, you could just see her walking away in her brain. She's like, nah, not listening to this. I'm off. Because, yeah. And then when she says I've had an idea, my first response is, how much is this going to cost? Because, yeah. Yeah, it's just the way we work. Because I have a ridiculous idea probably every couple of hours. And only a few of them come to fruition, but the ones that do tend to stick. So, you know. Well, good. It's been wonderful to add you to our new family stream of fiber art. Thank you, Kia. Coffee on the Couch is on Thursday morning from 10 a.m. till 11:30, and we welcome any new members. Is this the in Kings Lynn? That sounds great. That sounds fantastic. I wish there was something like that near me. Although it would be a regular thing and I would never be able to attend. But apart from that, it'd be great. If you could drive, you'd pay a visit, but unfortunately you don't. It's really sweet you work well together. We do. We do work well together. I mean, I'm not saying there's no difficulties, but it is nice that it sort of complements each other. Yeah. I mean, you might get to see some of that on the live stream. She'll do the standing up and the selling. I'll be sitting down chilling. Yeah. Yeah, it's in Kings Lynn. Kings Lynn, everyone. There's coffee on the couch. If I'm ever up that way, I would love to join. Should have something down here, but I think everything I've ever tried to go to, they're mainly knitting is my issue. They're usually a different age bracket to me, but it's not that puts me off. It's the fact that they're all knitting. Like, where's the crocheters? I don't understand knitting. Yeah. My friend was going to make me a bobby craft today, but I was not up for it, so I missed out on getting more yarn. Oh, never miss out on getting more yarn. Will I still be in A&E? Yep, I will be in A&E when I qualify. That is my only. That's all I'm qualified for. Is A&E. I am jack of all trades, and yeah, I liked the idea that I could be treating any age, any condition. Someone would come in with a, dislocated thumb, like, I'm going to pop that back for you if you want, not scared to turn my hand to anything. Quite often, some things that come into A&E you would have never seen before, sometimes never even heard of. And you're like, well, now I've got to deal with it because I'm the senior person on. You just have to get on with it, really. There's many examples I can give, none of them appropriate to say on here. Yeah. I remember her from the blind amigurumi challenge, which, by the way, was amazing. Thank you. Where's my penguin? Where's he gone? He was sitting on my desk, but I tidied up. He is around, that penguin. He might be in a drawer or got caught up in a bucket of plushies, maybe. But he is around, my penguin. I liked the blind challenge. It was a random idea. I was going to do a challenge that day of could I crochet left-handed? And then I went into B&M, saw a blindfold and thought, I'm going to do that. And so I did. And that was where that video came from. I only had a couple of hours to film something. So that was what I did. Get a bus station in Northland. Good sort of variety is the spice of life. There's a mini craft shop near me that does a drop-in. You should go, Karen. You should go. What's the worst that could happen? No one talks to you and you get to knit in peace for a little bit. What's it for? Have I done that right? Yeah. I think it's going to be a cute apart mess. Absolutely love that penguin. He is a cute penguin. He's just slightly deformed and I like that. It also means I can't sell him, so he has to stay with me. What a shame. I think once I finish this flipper, I'm going to go downstairs and eat. So I'll finish off this crochet. Stumble at that stitch. There we go. Cute apart from my yarn. Yeah. The yarn is not a mess. It's a feature, is what I like to say. You know, it's a yarn room. It doesn't say the yarn has to be stored in nice little, you know, cubes. You should have seen this room about an hour before the live. It was certainly interesting. Fortunately, this is brand new carpet, and the only thing that's ever been on it is yarn. I even, got this, which is my new fangled mini hoover for all of the chenille fluff stuff that comes off. So, love it. It just, you know, cleans up the desk. So, love that I've got that here now. Pop that up there. This makes life a lot easier. Enjoy your din-dins and have a fab week. Thank you. Not sure what the din-dins is, but I'm sure it will be lovely. I don't cook. I hate cooking. Hate it, hate it, hate it. We've eaten out far too much. We had an impromptu lunch out today at Casper's. Anybody been to Casper's? As if you have, you will know that they are the sweet treats place. And we mainly had pancakes and waffles, but actually mine wasn't very nice. So I stole the kids. What brand is the Hoover? I think it's Shark. Yeah. But I have 3 Shark Hoovers. I have one that plugs in, a handheld remote one, and now this baby. Got it in Costco. It's fairly lightweight. We got it originally for the car, but let's face it, the car's never getting cleaned. So I've stolen it for the. It comes with a little stand that I can't put it on right now. But yeah, I stole it for the yarn room because there's just fluff everywhere, and I got fed up with it being on my clothes. So, yeah. Ooh. Maybe get one for your elderly parent. Yeah, do it. It's really lightweight. It's very much a spot hoover, so I won't do large amounts. But I literally can't get this through the last stitch. It's like it doesn't want me to finish. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I do like Shark Hoovers. They are good. Whoever would have thought that I'd be that person that loves a Hoover. Also, Bridge for Heroes do it Tuesday and Friday. Their local library. I need to look at online. Give you more areas. There maybe. Oh, nice. Getting together, crochet and chat. Right, let's tuck this end in. And then, there we go. 2 flippers, 1 shell. And you know what? You'll have to watch this week's video to see if he ever gets finished. I will try. I will make an effort to try and finish him. But I am going to say, I'm going to end the live here. Thank you guys so much for coming. It has been a really lovely evening, and I've really enjoyed chatting to you. The chat's been amazing, and I'm trying desperately to keep up. I hope I've managed to respond to all your comments. Thank you so much for watching me and supporting me in everything I do. You're making all of this completely worthwhile. It is lovely. So Thank you. I hope you all have a fantastic week and hopefully see you on a live in a couple of weeks' time. Bye, guys. Bye.